YouTube channel near you.
Well, Jason, John, we got Phyllis in the house. Brian P. Hello, Kathy. Denise, Julianne, Rosemary. Hello there, Rosemary. Nice to see you in the chat there. Well, hello there, everybody. Cheyenne. Hello, Cindy. Arla. Welcome, Arla. Nice to see you there. Mavis, 1965. We're going way back. Hello. Oh, Julianne. Hello there. So, Angela, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good on my birthday.
Oh, if you guess matter funny, what did you just say?
I said, good day. We should say it, I could say it in German. Heute ist mein Geburtstag.
Ah, das ist good. So welcome, everybody. So nice to see everybody tonight. Does my mic sound okay? Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday. Today is your birthday, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Angela. Happy birthday to
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody's saying, now I got, what the heck? Oh, she had another device there. I got the auto tune. I was tuning myself. Yeah, everybody's saying happy birthday, Angela. So yes, happy birthday there. She's trying to get her another device there. Yes, there. Thank you, Brian. Everybody's wishing you happy birthday there. Is your other device working? No, not yet there. I got you muted, so I didn't auto verb myself.
So, I have to use my phone for the camera and the microphone, and then use my laptop for the comments. If I turn on my microphone and my cam from my laptop, it's going to cut out on every 20 minutes.
Roger that. Hey, so I got my my lens adapter, right? So I put it on there. It worked. I thought I ordered the wrong one. So that's what I was doing before the show. Amazon made a delivery. I love Amazon. Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So I'm that's interesting. Happy birthday there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I made the announcement today. Thanks for not stealing my seat. Oh, gotcha. So, all right, you all know the routine. Let's go ahead and put your name on the board before we get too far, so we can get everybody's thing there. I've got some new decks here, and I picked out 2 decks. So let's go ahead and put your names on the board. We'll put you in order here. Who wants to go first? Just say me, or whatever. We'll start putting you in order here, ladies and gentlemen. And I know I'm going to blink, and we're going to have like 10 people say me. Plug this device in. So we got clarifying life situations. We're going to go with that. And I'm also going to use Sacred Soul, Shadows of Oracles. So we're going to do that. All right, so we got photos, Cindy, Rosemary, Brian P. Let's see here. Mavis, Liana, Cheyenne. Okay. And don't be bashful. Just go ahead and shout out. So, Cheyenne, you said you are not getting on the board. Well, I done clicked on you. So, you're it. Next. Anyways, but you're in line, Cheyenne. So, yeah. So, make sure let's go ahead and get your names on there. Let's see. Arla, got you. So whatever the highest light, don't forget, yes, Denise. Yes, you get to go first, Denise. Yeah, so whoever I did not get last night will get to go behind Denise. I think there was a few people besides Denise, and I told you all to come back tonight. So if they get to come in, yes, Amy, you always get to stay in the shadows. You're like me. Don't worry. You got a good front row seat, Amy. Rosemary. Yeah, Rosemary, I think you did not get read either last night. So you get to go behind Denise. So it'll be Denise, Rosemary, then everybody behind that. 55.5 on the odometer. What? Oh, Denise, you did me last night? What? Did I forget people from last night? Oh, I did you, Denise? Thank you very much. I thought I didn't do you. Okay. Liana, I don't remember you. Did we get you last night? Brian, I know I didn't get to do you last night. And Rosemary, I know I didn't get to get you last night. So, yes. Okay. Brian was in last night. Okay, thank you. So, Denise, I did or did not do you? I don't remember. I got bad amnesia. That's called CRS, if you don't know what that means. Yes, you got me last night. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and put you in line then. Make sure, Liana. All right. Yeah, gotcha, Liana. Okay. All right. I know, Brian. It's awful, right? All right, here, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show tonight. And let's see here. Amy's laughing. I love it when y'all laugh. Makes me joyous. Oh, you're welcome, Denise. All right, Denise, we'll start with you. Then we'll go Brian and Rosemary. All right, Denise. All right, so Denise, let's clear your mind out for a minute. I got some chatter going on here. All right, Denise. Did you have a good birthday, Angela? You're very excited today. All right, Denise. Let's see. Now, bear with me. The deck is huge, man. Look how big this deck is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you know how new decks are when they shuffle.
They don't shuffle too well when you first open them out of the box. And that can be a problem sometimes.
I know, right? And they're double-sided, so. All right. So let's see here, Denise. All right. So how have you been, Denise? Oh, you're welcome, Denise. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, I just changed on my board. All right, there we go. It talks about Sorrow Hills. So when I get Sorrow Hills, we're talking about past drama, and I think I know what this is referring to. I think this is referring to what you've been through life. It also talks about heartaches, and about the growth that you've been through, and about the tribulations and the process you went through. And I think this is referring to the paperwork, but let's get past that, because it talks about the brighter days that are promised ahead. But it's showing me the light again. But the next card it talks about, it's solace and safety, in knowing that you are sheltered and guided through life's storms. That also talks about calm shores. So, and I think this is the transition that you went through with the process that you've been going through over the years. I'm going to draw another card just to see if we get some clarification on that. And it's indicating one last move. And it talks about you've come so far on your journey, but it also talks about reference to keep going. It talks about you're also going to have what you've been earning and what you have accomplished. But just because you get what you want don't rest, move forward. I don't know what that is referencing for you, because for some reason it's showing me a lock, and lock is something where it usually indicates something personal. So if there's something beyond that you are earning for or looking forward to, it's showing me that rest up and move forward towards that goal. So what does that resonate for you? And what are you getting, Angela?
All right, for Denise, let me go ahead and draw some runes here. It's been kind of a very pleasant day today. Very pleasant, sunny day, cool in the morning. So I got my window open here behind me. So Denise. So the very first rune I pull out for Denise, this is Gabo. So Gabo is gift, blessing. I really feel like you've been giving a gift, and it feels like a gift of healing. And I see like lots and lots of scars, like thick, deep scars. And I'm seeing this Gabo is like the universe is sending you this healing gift, this rest that you're experiencing, this recovery. It's definitely a gift from heaven. The next rune I got is Feyu. So Feyu is the rune of money. This is blessings. So I see some like financial blessings, like financial stability. I keep hearing financial stability coming for you more. And so you don't have to have so much aggravation over it. The next rune, the last rune I have is, this is Yara. Yara means harvest. So this is whatever you're working for, your goal, you're going to be receiving harvest. And it feels like you're working towards this wholeness that you're trying to create for yourself. This whole life of healed, balanced, prosperous. You're going to get what you're asking for, what you've been working for, and it's definitely coming for you.
Yes, I do see that. So she knows what I'm talking about as well. Okay, good. Welcome, Yolanda. Nice to see you. Let me get closer. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let me turn my mic up a little bit. Sound like I'm not even talking. All right, so next up is Brian. All right, Brian. All right, Brian, take a couple of breaths for me, please, if you don't mind. Clear your mind out. Yeah, John, if you want to, in a minute, ask your question and I'll mark it and I'll come back to you when it's your turn. All right, Brian, take a couple of breaths and let me mark you here and let me shuffle your cards. And let me see if I can try to tune in some to you a little.
You're welcome, Denise.
Yes, absolutely. On the other night, Angela, with Ashley, I had the same card come up back to back during the reading.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very impressive. I never had that happen. All right, Brian. So let's see what we have for you. Okay here. All right. So you got some pretty good energy. So the first card I got, it talks about referencing behind the veil. So with you, I don't know what this means, but it's talking about maybe welcome some certainty as an opportunity for growth. And also, it's okay to be okay with not knowing. So there may be some uncertainty in your life. It's okay. You're going to have some of that, right? The next card I got, it's referencing embrace some solitude. When I see that card, I think it also can reflect deeply for survival. When I see that, I want you to think about keeping your mind open for answers that I think that can reveal lessons that are quite hidden sometimes, right? That are not very foreseen in everyday situations that can be easily overlooked because you're busy. I think you're so busy with everyday tasks that you miss the simple things, right? I'm going to draw another card just for some clarification. So the roots of stability. That's very interesting. So something like that refers to probably grounding yourself, which hence talks about nurture yourself, grooming yourself. I always say establishing a base for your well-being and for what yourself, self-love, right? This also can go for your career and watch yourself bloom. If you are in so much smoke with everyday busyness, things can pass you by, right? So I always say step to the side and take a breath and reevaluate certain things. I think you have a great energy. I think you have a great soul. But there's a few things in life that you probably need to tweak and adjust. And probably a few things that you probably need to cut away in your life to make things a little bit better. But you are a great task person, oriented person. I think you know where I'm going with this. Is he even saying anything? Let me see where here is. Brian, where are you at? All right, Brian. Is he in this sitting home? Because I'm getting ready to go to another deck. There's a reason I'm going to another deck. Brian? Ah, there you go. You're spot on. All right, hold on, Brian, because it's telling me go to another deck. And then when I go to another deck, there's a reason. I don't know the reason, but you know the reason once the card gets pulled. I never used this deck, so it's going to be interesting to see what's coming from it. All right. Oh, it's interesting. So you got the Unfrozen card. I'll show you what it looks like. Unfrozen. The Unfrozen card represents finding strength in your own weakness and overcoming challenges within. And it just reiterates your other cards that was pulled for you. I think that once you find your stability in doing that, you're going to be great. However, fix the few problems that you know that needs to be tweaked, and I think you're going to be golden. Go ahead, Angela.
All right. Seems like my other device is starting to work now. My laptop is. Okay.
Unmute yourself on your computer. Unmute yourself on the computer. There you go. Oh, wow, you froze on the computer. That's terrible. Hey, Brian Barber. Daggone it.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen. I got you back on your phone.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I tried.
Okay. Perfectly fine. So I will mute myself on the over here, I guess. Okay. So for this one, and I'm doing Brian, correct?
Yes, Brian P.
Brian T. Brian T. I'm being told to go to the right room, so we'll go to the right court rooms. So the first rune I get for you, Brian, this is the rune Dega. So this is the rune of enlightenment, awareness of light and shadow. It feels like this rune is telling me that you're on a journey of like self-discovery. It's something about you in particular, like finding out who you truly are and your true place here, what you're doing here, what's your purpose, what's your role here. And then the next rune I draw for you, this is Yara. This is where we get the word year in English, and Jahr in German. Actually, we get Jahr, the word year. So this rune is for harvest. I'm getting that it gives me the impression that you've done a lot of work on yourself, done a lot of work in your life, and now you're going to be reaping the rewards of that very shortly. It's like you're getting everything that you put in and plus more. It feels like you've done a lot of work on yourself. It's like you tried to cultivate being a better person. I feel like you have like this impression of, if I make myself a better person, I'll have a better life. And that's the impression that rune is giving me. And then the last rune I have for you is Berkana. So Berkana is the rune of peace, of prosperity, but it's also protection. And it's the more feminine aspect of protection. So like the divine mother, the divine feminine, and also nourishment. So I get it. There's a place of peace that you're reaching, that you're reaching this place of peace where you feel nurtured and you feel loved and you feel comforted and you feel secure. That's where you're heading towards.
Interesting. I don't know how we never clash. I don't understand it. Hello, Barry. Hello, Crystal. Welcome to the show. If you want your name on the list, just put it down there. I'll mark you as I go. And welcome to the show, everybody. Nice to see you, Crystal. All right, here, everybody. All right. Now, there was somebody else who was next after it was Rosemary. Yes, Rosemary. Okay. All right, Rosemary, take a couple of breaths, please, so I can get your energy. And yes, thank you, John. Hello, Elder. Welcome to the show. Thank you. And let's see here, Rosemary. Where's your name? Yeah, I got you, Crystal. Rosemary, where are you? Oh, you're already on the board. I got you. Okay. Hey, Agent Smith. Welcome, sir. Nice to have you back. All right, Rosemary. One more breath, please. All right. Let's see here. Rosemary. Well, I tell you, these cards are slick, too. All right, here. Whoa, these, okay, I don't know what those are, but three just like jumped out. So let's see what these are. So the first one, it's referring to, here's what's unsaid. So with you, I would say let's tune into the silence for true words that cannot express what's something that's deeply said. I don't know why that's coming out that way, but let's talk about that. Words cannot express and listen deeply. So that has a meaning somewhere with you. I don't know why, but that's going to bridge to your next card, and it talks about tides of transition. So when we talk about tides of transitions, what does that represent, right? Number one, we embrace the tides of change, I think, that allows us the flows of life, that guides us, the transformations. And I think when it comes to you, it's also, it talks about your transformation into love of the world. And when we talk about love of the world, we need to love of what we have as of today and not of tomorrow or the next day. We need to embrace today. Live for today, not for tomorrow. So life is short, right? And sometimes we take for granted of what we have and don't appreciate things. However that may be, life is short, right? So let's stop and think about that for a minute. The next card you got is the web of connection. So when we get that card, that can convolute to a few things. But with you, it looks like we need to weave that connection through fooling to support your personal and your professional journey through life and leave your mark with people in your impression. So when I say that, let's focus on what you have accomplished and where you are going. Stop and think about that. So what will people say when I'm gone? I have a good idea what people will say because what I have done in life. So reflect on that about your life and everybody that's listening to us right now, as of now, as in tonight, as in tomorrow's the replay of this broadcast. If you're listening to this, think about that upon yourself. How would you like to be thought of as you left this earth? What would you like to change now to change people's thoughts? That's called self-love and self-reflection. There's always things that we like to change. We can change because we live in the now, not the past. We cannot change yesterday. We can change now. There's a few things that I would recommend that you change in your life because you have the power to change it. You know what those are. You have been through a lot. Yes, you have. I see those. And I think we talked about the battle scars you have. As I go to the other deck, you have been through so much and you got a beautiful soul. And it comes up the power struggle, right? So when we talk about the power struggle, and it's interesting because it states on the card, desire for recognition or the need to assert yourself or authority over others. So when we reflect on ourselves in our lives, sometimes we have to take control of the reins. And it's not for a bad thing, but sometimes we have to put our foot down. Does that make sense? Yes. Well, Yolanda, living here and now and every day, that is correct. Where's Rosemary? Oh, hopefully Rosemary didn't go to the restroom or get her a drink. Rosemary, you here, hon? I should ask if she was here. It's my fault if she wasn't. If not, she can watch the replay. Yes, Elder, I got you in line, not a problem. Elder Medicine, I got you. Oh, okay, you're here. Does that make sense, Rosemary? Beautiful soul, beautiful heart. You are a great person. I really admire you. Thank you for the opportunity to even read you. Yes. All right, Angela, your turn.
Okay, Rosemary. So the first thing that I get for Rosemary, this is Othala. So Othala this is the honor, DNA, family, inheritance, royalty, but it's also the orlog and the web of weird. So that's where our blueprint, our destiny is woven out of our plans. And I got a message from Othala is that it feels like you need to tune in to the orlog or the weird, which is your blueprint for this life. It feels like you need to connect deeply with that. Some people will call it the Akasha record. Some will call it the blueprint. It's what you're here for. It's what your purpose is, what the plan is, what the universe has for you. It's this, and the Viking or the North mythology is the woven path. It's your fate. It's your destiny. It's what the fates have woven out for you. It feels like you need to connect with that. It feels like you have to just connect deeper with that purpose and find out what your blueprint is for this life, and it's very powerful. Um, it feels like you're on a mission of compassion here, and that's why you volunteered for this. I feel like it's a reminder that you volunteered to come here and to be incarnate here to fulfill that mission out of compassion. And that connection with the Orlog will remind you with that and then help you remember why you were sent here. The next rune I have for you, this is the rune. It's kind of hard to do this on the cell phone, but here, let me switch hands. This is, okay, so this is the rune Tiwa. So this is the rune of oath. This is the rune of victory. It's the rune of like the warrior. This is Odin's spear. And it's also pointing to the North Star. I'm getting the impression off of this that to look heavenward, to look to heaven for answers, particularly to the highest level of heaven, and ask heaven to show you and remind you why you were sent down here for, and also what advice they have to you from heaven to fulfill that. It says you made an oath, you made a promise. This literally means oath, and it was also represents breaking the oath too. But this is the oath you've taken. Once you've fulfilled that oath, or once you take that oath, you cannot break it. And it goes for heaven too. I mean, heaven has made a promise to you that you would fulfill this mission, and heaven's going to make sure that you don't, that on heaven's part, that heaven isn't going to break its oath to you to make sure that you fulfill it. The next rune I have is Rytho. So Rytho is journey. And this is a journey of honor, intention, integrity. I got that you're on this journey, and it's a deep journey. It's a spiritual one. And you're fulfilling that spiritual purpose that you were set out to fulfill before you even were born here. And that you're being made aware of it, and you need to draw yourself to it and remind yourself of it, what it is that you're here for, and everything will come together that way. It feels like that you're meant to search for that, your original reason for coming here, because you can gain strength and a deeper connection to that support to the other side to support you in fulfilling what your mission is here while you're in your body and here on Earth.
That's amazing. Really is amazing. All right, photos. Let's see here. Take a couple of breaths for me. Let's see here. You didn't have to do it that fast now. Ooh, you're gonna pass out. No, not that fast. You're not having a baby.
Don't pass out.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, that's right. All right, here. One more time. Did you take a breath? Just making sure. All right. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Rosemary. Absolutely. All right, photos. So I just shuffled your cards, and the first one I got is almost there. So it's a pretty good card, but it's also a reminder. It talks about persist with your faith, that it's a reminder that you're on a brink of a breakthrough, that it's also a reminder that your efforts are not going unnoticed, that whatever you have done, you're getting ready to bear your fruit. That can talk about your labor of love, talk about your accomplishments that you've been working on, and also can talk about some of the changes that you have been working on in the past to the now. But it also goes into your next card, talks about a real promise. So this is twofold for you, right? So I don't know if this is something that you promised yourself that you're going to change or do something different, or did you promise something to somebody in the past? whatever it is, it can also mean that you need to release the chains off you of the past. So if you're holding on to something of the past, we need to focus on that. And we need to change the rhythm, and we need to dance to it, right? We need to get some harmony involved. We need to bring some joy back into you. And when that comes with rhythm, we have possibilities. We have joy. Because you have so much in you, we need to express that. And I think Kelly Jo talked about a few things with you and some of the things that you love doing, and creativity. I love taking photographs, man. I mean, oh my God, you wouldn't believe the lenses, the cameras, and woo, right? But the other card I've got is the Mountain of Majesty. Now, when I see something like that, I think it's about ascend towards self realizations and triumphs. I think about a pathway to the top of the mountain, the peak that you're going to go to. And this is a path, a journey that you're going to ascend to, right? And this is what your cards are telling me that you're going to go up to, right? And this is what you're going to look out across the world. But you got to get into that rhythm and dance and bring out your excitement and joy. And you got it. You got the pep in you. Like that, like the fire, right? So let's see here. I've committed to break from the negative energy for my family. Yes. And this is giving you reassurance. And let me tell you something. It is the worst part is having family members to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Friends is one thing, but family is the roughest part, because family, you cannot disown them, right? They are a part of your life every day. Man, when I was younger, I did it with family. I mean, I did it with my father for over a year. I was like, and he had to come around. It is hard, but we have to work on ourselves, right? So you have to do that. Family will come around, but once you see your happiness within yourself, the family will see the light in you and see the changes, and also see the family will circle back as well. So it's like two stones with one bird, the old saying. So, Angela, what are you coming up with?
Okay, so photos against anxiety. Let's see what the runes say. So the first rune I get is Manas. Manas is the Bifrost Bridge. It's a rainbow bridge from this world to the spirit world. It often means wisdom, humanity, and intellect, human intellect in particular. But that connection, at this rune is telling me that you have a lot of joy, like for humanity. You don't let any aspect of humanity bring you down about it. It's like you still have hope. There's that joy there, that enthusiasm. But this is also a bridge. Okay, so this is a bridge from this world to the next. It feels like there's a bridge to cross with family. It feels like there's a bridge to cross that you have to cross, that you've been avoiding, but that you have to do it. Um, to receive that joy and to you maintain your joy, and it's like you have to cross this bridge. It feels like you have to face something or cross something, and make a decision at some point when it comes to that family, in order to be able to make any type of progress that you're trying to get in this at this time. Now, the next rune I get for you is land goose. So land goose is growth, it's flow, it's water, it's spirit. Oh, and this actually represents the leek, which is a vegetable that the Vikings would rely on. Uh, what I'm getting off of this, there is a lot of growth and progress waiting for you. It's waiting for you, but but the runes are telling me that there's something you have to do with your family first. Like there's some sort of obstacle there that has to be faced in order to cross, to get past that. And then there's all this growth on the other side of this, all this progress, all this amazing vitality, this tremendous progress that you're going to experience in life. And the next rune is, this is peace. This is the weather vane flying high. And this is peace and joy, fresh beginnings. So it feels like the only hang up there is something to do with like a family, like a blockage, like somebody's trying to block all this good and all this joy that's waiting for you. And you have to cross that bridge with them and move on with your life. Like, I'm not going to be, according to the runes, it may be something like facing them or cutting them off. And this going on, just ignore it. You're like, bye, I'm going on my life. See ya. You're behind me now. That's what I'm getting from the runes up for you on this.
Interesting. Yeah, I agree with everybody talking about that. It is hard. I'm not going to deny that. Cindy is next. Let's see here. You're welcome. And who? Would you like a reading? If you do, I can put you in line. So just let me know. Welcome to the show.
Looks like we got about 15 minutes left till 10.
Okay. All right, here, Cindy. Take a couple of breaths for me. Let's see here. Let's see here. Had to keep very strong boundaries. I'm accepting their, well, we all have family problems. I'm not going to deny that. So, all right, Cindy, let's see what we have for you. So the first one we have is adapt and thrive. So adapt and thrive, adapt and thrive. So when I see this with you, for some reason, let's talk about luck flows with change, right? I'm also seeing let's stay flexible and let's embrace some shifts that's going to come and or it's occurring. I think you also learn from some journeys, and I think some answers are going to reveal themselves with some struggles that you probably are or have been going through. I think they're going to reveal themselves in some questions that you may have been wanting some answers to. The next card is interesting. It's a saving grace card. And usually when I think we see this card, it talks about, for your case, forgiving yourself. Not only that, but maybe some others. I know, I think in your case, I do see that others probably have done you wrong. But also, let's not forget who hasn't in life, right? There's probably some people that, I probably need to forgive as well. But we also need to stop and think about our wounds, and we need to self-heal those. And I think that needs to be said to you. I think that we need to set them free, and that needs to be spoken to you. I don't know why that needs to be said, but it does. The next card I just pulled was on your own. And it's interesting if we get that card with the other two, because it's time to take some of your alone time. And it's very important that we do that. And we're all guilty of not doing that. And when we get that card, it's time to take on, or I would say, our own new self perspective views on life, and maybe adjust a few things in our daily routine to allow just a few minutes to maybe look on our self routines to make things a little better. I think there is a few things that we can make a adjustment to some of our tasks to make our life a little easier. However, I think there's a few influences that needs to be adjusted that will make your life a lot easier as well. So And Angela, what do you think?
All right. So for Cindy Simpson, take a look, see what I got for you.
Yes.
See what the runes say. Okay, so the first rune I got for Cindy, this is Gabo. So Gabo is gift. And I feel like that you have, this is telling me there's trust issues. Like you have a history of trust issues, is what this rune is telling me. And that the spirit world and your spirit guides are trying to heal you from these trust issues. It feels like you just had some very difficult people you had to deal with that gave you trust. It feels like there was somebody very manipulative that was involved that gave you trust issues. The next rune I got is Ewas. So Ewas means journey. It's usually like a journey with a partner. And this is two horses facing each other. It usually means a literal journey, but the journey I feel like is like you're how can I put this? Like a journey for yourself, away from people, something that you need to embark on, like your own personal journey that is for you and unique to you, your own path that is entirely yours, meant for you alone, not for anybody else, not for anybody to come along, but your own unique path that you're meant to travel, and that you are being called to that path for yourself, that you need that alone time, you need that journey to restore you. The next rune I got is Sowilo. And Sowilo means here, this is, ray of sunshine, this is epiphany, this is success, this is insight. What I'm getting is that you're being called to this, and it feels like you felt this before, like you're called to something, like something unique, like your own unique journey. And then there's success in doing that. There is tremendous success in doing that. And that's what that Sowilo means. It indicates that once you've decided to take that journey and that alone time, focusing on yourself, focusing what you want to do, focusing on what you're drawn to, it feels like there's a tremendous success waiting for you, and that this tremendous light that comes forth in your life that is amazing and healing and restorative to you.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why you have never contradicted me yet. That's interesting.
Yeah, we have not.
All right, Mavis. Mavis, 19, was it 65? Are you in the house? If not, we'll go to the next one here. Let's see here. Grizz, can you put me at the end of the list? Yes. Not a problem, Crystal. Mavis. Mavis. If not, it will be Arla. Arla, are you in here? Arla? Mavis or Arla? All right, Mavis. Take a couple of breaths for me. Okay. Here. All right, I got you. Arla, you'll be next. All right, Mavis. Take a couple of breaths. All right, here comes your cards. Okay, so what's going on in your life? All right, so your energy is very unique. So the first card I got talks about a desert of isolation. So when we get this card, I think of travelers that desolate spaces of solitude. I think about things that uncover reflections, resilience of survival. When we talk about that, you picture yourself walking in a desert alone, right? There's a reason. The next card, which is interesting, that ties into that, is an ocean of possibilities. And when we talk about ocean of possibilities, we talk about navigate things and boundaries. So that tells me that we need to reevaluate things in life about certain things, and also look at possibilities of changing things. We also need to look at things on the horizons that's coming up. And there's also some untold opportunities that are going to be plentiful for you but you have to navigate to that. They're not going to come to you. That means you're going to have to navigate to that. You have to be strategic planning. So you may not see this coming. You may not plan for it. You may thought about it or think about it. But the next card is making a change. So if we look at the totality of the cards, it's putting you in order of the possibilities which laid out in front of you. We need to embrace growth. We need to seek new paths. But we also need to be welcome to the transformations of this. But when we do this, we have to have an open heart. A lot of people, humans, do not like change. We know this scientifically. We know this with tests and what do you call it when people take polls? People don't like change. I mean, a person goes to work one way, every way, the same way, every day. And you change that route, people go nuts. I don't know why. It just happens. I used to do that when they would have road construction. We put up a cone and make them do a U-turn or whatever, a detour, and they would go nuts. It's like, wow, what's, you know, but it's the same way. It's psychological, right? It's like a habitual habit, you know, muscle memory. So we have to undo that psychological for people. But we need to alter a few things that is in your muscle memory to break that cycle, because you got things that's coming your way that is deserved, that you have worked for your life, that is going to open up. However, it is not going to be something that it's going to be laid out. It's not going to be something that's going to be seen. It's going to be something you work towards, and it's going to be something you have to take. Does that make sense to you, Mavis? And go ahead, Angela.
All right, Mavis. See what I got for you.
I know,
Okay.
Yolanda, they don't have numbers on them. Mm-mm.
This is Kenya, so this is the rune of guiding light. And this is the rune that this is emergency torch, where the bottom part's a handle, the top part is covered in tar and lit on fire, where you're kind of in the dark and trying to navigate navigate your way around. What I'm getting is like there's a sense of you ignoring your intuition, ignoring your inner light or your inner wisdom that we've all been given, and going in a different direction, and kind of wandering off into the unknown. And it feels like you're being called to pay attention to what's within yourself, your own intuition, your own gift. That's right within your own being of what actually where you should be going and what feels right for you. The next rune I get is Orthala. So Orthala, as mentioned earlier, this is family, this is DNA, this is inheritance, but it's also the universe, the orlog, fate, destiny, royalty. What I'm getting off of this for you in regards to that, it feels like a very strong call to destiny. It's like a very strong pull towards it, and that you're being called to fulfill the destiny. It feels like you're trying to avoid it, and like you don't want it, and you're trying to shove it off to the side. And then the next rune I get is Wunyo. So Wunyo is the weather vane. This is peace, harmony, fresh start, new beginnings. And it feels like the runes are saying to honor that call to destiny and to honor yourself, and to honor that you have this path, that you have this destiny. It's a gift for you. And when you have a destiny or something that you're meant to do, you're given everything that you need to fulfill it. And it's not a burden, it's a gift. And then once you start moving in that direction, you feel this energy, this support coming from the other side that will push you towards it and give you the tools and the ability and the patience and the endurance, the fortitude to make it there. And then you'll feel more fulfilled by honoring that guidance and honoring that destiny, that blueprint that you were meant to fulfill, that path.
Yes, I'm using, they are called clarifying life situations. So I actually purchased like 12 decks last week. They were actually spoken to me when I went and looked at a bunch of decks. So, all right, Arlen, take a couple breaths for me because my mind's kind of like jumbled.
Oh, and I
Clear
got
your
it
mind.
coming up at 10 o'clock, and I got an antsy cat that I got to let out of the room.
Okay. We'll do one more after
All
this
right.
one. Yeah, we'll call it. And after this one, it'll be Elder, and we'll call it.
Okay.
All right. Arla, are you there with me? I need Oh, you're welcome. Mavis, absolutely.
You might hear my cat purring in the background.
Oh, that's fine. Arla, give me a yes or no. Okay. Let me try to tune in here. All right. So the first card I got is Cloud of Unknowing. So it talks about floating on the clouds of the unknown, right? So with your energy, you got good energy. I really like that, right? And I see a lot of things that you've been through. And when we all have been through the struggles, but we also talks about surrendering to the mystery, and we need to embrace the sacred. And I think we need to quit fighting things in life. We probably need to go with the flow. And it's shown me that we need to kind of like just go with certain things in life. Because it's what's interesting is that when I pulled your second card, it talks about open to receive. And when we do this, we invite the abundance of things. And we do this with open arms. With grace, we do this with a lot of things, and we do this spiritually. When we do this, I think a lot of things with blessings, they flow. And things come into your life willingly. Sometimes we surrender things up to the Father. And when we say that we are here and whatever it is will be, it will come. And I think scripture says that a lot. And sometimes we forget things. If we turn it over and let him have it, he will provide. That will make sense to you because I think it does. And sometimes we need to let things go and let things happen. I know things doesn't go certain ways in life that you or I think it should, or how it should, and when it should. However, it will be done. It is not done on our time. I agree. But the third card, it talks about carried away. So when I see this card, it represents to me that we get wrapped up in life and we get caught up in the moment. And just like other people, we don't think about that second, that breath, that moment in life that we blink and it's gone, right? However that is, we cannot go back and undo what we missed or what we did not appreciate. Yes, there's things that I wish I can go back and redo in life. However, I cannot. But that doesn't mean we cannot make tomorrow better, right? There are things that will come to you that I see that you deserve because of what you sacrificed. You have a great soul, you got great energy, and you have done a lot for others, and you sacrificed a lot for others. And I've seen that. That will not go undone. I promise you that. So keep that smile, dust off the halo, and be proud for your accomplishments because they will not go undone. I promise you. Does that resonate with you? I know she's even talking. Whoa, I heard a doorbell. Oh, it's Angela. I was like, who just came in the studio? I was like, who's got the link? No, you're fine.
Yeah, I just trying to use a laptop for comments, and then so I can see people's comments. At least I'm using a different browser, experimenting, see what will work with this other with my laptop. Maybe it's just
All
a
right.
browser issue. Okay, so let me see what Aria Williams.
Yes. So there she is. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're a beautiful soul, Arla. Beautiful. Yes.
Ara Williams, or is it Ara, or is it Aria?
I think it's, I hope I'm saying her name wrong. I'm terrible with names. I apologize if I butcher you. Nobody can never say my last name. So, Arla, 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 I think. Or William.
Ara?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's try Ara Williams. That's the runes, what they have to say.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you, hon.
Okay. And he said the first rune I got is the Othala. So this is the Orlog, this is faith, this is DNA, family, inheritance. If it's telling me that this rune's telling me like you've got a really strong, resilience. Like you've got a lot of strength in you. Like nobody's going to knock you down kind of strength, and like nobody's going to push you around type of thing. It's this tremendous strength that you have within you. It's powerful. It's almost like royalty. It's like royal strength that you have. The next rune I got, and I haven't had this rune come up, I think, in these wooden ones, but this is Degas. This is the rune of enlightenment. And I really feel like you have a lot of light in your soul, tremendous light. I also see the darkness, also that you've been through darkness, that you're aware of the light of the darkness. But it feels like there's a struggle there. It feels like there's a struggle with self-doubt, with self-esteem, with confidence. Embrace yourself, embrace your confidence. According to this rune, Degas, I mean, you are a being of light, and you are a great being of light. Understand that and embrace that you are a great being of light. That you're here, that you're an enlightened being, you're a higher being here in this lower body for a higher purpose. The next rune, it's also telling me, I'm mostly getting a message from it, like you're a higher being than what you think you are. You're more advanced soul than what you believe you are. And that if you reach out to heaven and ask heaven to help you realize that, to remind you of the type of being that you are, and the type of being you were created by God, that this would be a great source of confidence and strength with you, and definitely would increase your faith. And the next rune I got is Ingwas. So Ingwas is the rune of protection, stability. And this is what I'm feeling here. Like this is the Father of Heaven. Feel like, hey, I got you in this. I got you. Like I got you. Like the Father in Heaven is like, I got you in this. Like I know you better than you know yourself. And the Father's like reaching out. The Heavenly Father's reaching out and saying like, hey, I got you. I got you. You're my daughter. I made you. I understand. So embrace the fact that you are this being of light, and ask heaven, according to the runes, to show you the true being of light that you truly are and who you're here for. Because I feel like you're a more advanced soul that you're giving yourself credit for, and that you need to embrace it according to the runes.
Interesting. So I was shuffling elders cards, and 4 of them came like right out. So she's got 4 cards.
Wow.
So the first one card came out was Emerging Dawn. So when you got the Emerging Dawn card, it's always it's like a new day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like trust that every ending is another beginning, and it's always something that could be coming in disguise. So think about that. But the next card is the Harmony call. So when that card comes up, it also talks about embrace equality and also pursue injustice. And it's interesting that it talks about justice. So we need to keep an open mind in answers to about past to balance. I guess that's a good way to keep things. So we need to focus on something about balance in our life. So that can be things within our life. It can be life balances between what you're doing in life and what you're not, technically not so perfect on some things and others. We're not going to elaborate on that because you may know what that is. But what's interesting is the next card talks about cutting edge. And it also backs up the card we just came from. So the card should go from sequence to sequence, right? And the cutting edge card is also talks about slicing through obstacles, which we just left from. And we need to make sure we have a path, leading to what our goals are. And also could be what our dreams are. It can be what we want to do when we get older. Our plans are when we want to do this summer, or what our hobbies we want to do. However you want to choose, however you want to slice the pie. But if you want to do it that way, we need to have clear and concise goals. We don't want to flip flop from whatever to whatever. So, let's be clear on that. And what's interesting, we say be clear on it because the last card talks about a clear mind. So, unless in that with the caveat, let's not talk about being swept away with some doubts in life, right? So, a lot of things in life, we have self-doubt. It could be from uncertainty. It can be what some people can tell us or told us, or what we see other people go through. Just because what somebody goes through in life doesn't mean we're going to experience the same thing. Just because somebody went through past B in life doesn't mean we take the same path. We're going to experience the same road. And that's where a lot of people get confused. They think if they travel road 1 instead of road 2, that they're going to experience this in life. A lot of people will go road 2 and, oh man, I experienced this. I should have went to road 1. However that may be, no matter what path they choose, destiny had the same road. No matter which path they choose, had the same outcome. You catch my drift? No matter what road you choose, still had the same outcome. And a lot of people don't understand that and they can't fathom that. So let's back up a minute and readjust some things in life. You got a lot of good energy. I see the things you went through in life, some of the struggles and financial ups and downs and roller coasters. Those are normal. However, you did rebound through those. You are going through some transitions or coming out of some transitions, but you got some lighter roads ahead of you. But I would make some little tweaks along the way, and you're going to be fine and good to go. Does this resonate with you? Wow, where are you? Man, I miss a lot. You should have been keeping an eye on. Where are you at? Oh, Elder, are you even in here? All right, go ahead, Angela.
All righty. So the first rune I get for Elder Medicine Bear Claw. The first rune I get, Kenya's. So Kenya's is the rune of light, guidance, intuition, and it feels like you're being called to follow your path. It feels like a spiritual calling. It's like you've got this call, and it feels like it's a call out of seemingly nowhere, seemingly out of darkness, but it's a call that yet the spirit world is pulling you for, like your own unique path, and to follow your intuition in that regard. So the next rune I have is Tiwa's. And Tiwa's the energy, I feel like you're about you're on a fence on a decision. Like, should I make this promise or should I not? Should I go through with this or should I not? And this rune is calling for stand your ground, make that commitment. That commitment, whatever decision you make, do not waver from it. And of course, that rune also points up, indicating, looking towards heaven for answers. The next rune I have is Isa. So this is ice. This is more like pause, delay, tremendous movement, could be patience. What I'm getting caught here is patience, like make your decision and then be patient and be still and clear your mind and focus on that meditation for yourself, that stillness and quiet for yourself, that still contemplation that you need. It feels like your mind needs to be settled down and you need to take that time for contemplation to be at peace with that decision that you've just made so you can move forward with clarity. That's what I'm getting off of the runes for you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it's been fantastic. Thanks you all for letting us read you. Hopefully it brings you some peace, Elder, and gives you some solitude. And whoever we didn't get to tonight, well, I'll wrap up Monday night at 9:00. I should be back from the trip by then. So, but from coast to coast, around the world, thank you, Angela. And
Thank
hopefully
you.
everybody has a good night. And we'll catch you next week or tomorrow. I said next week, tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you.